Super late night with the video. Got my Amish shirt on, stronger together. Figure if I make enough videos with their logo in them, maybe they'll send me a shirt. Nah, I'm just kidding around about that. But I did have a really awesome vacation this weekend with my family. It's really good to be away and honestly, like not have 5 or 6 days of doing card stuff, 5 or 6 days of mail days piling up, 5 or 6 days of not posting things, which ended up still posting things, but whatever, just interacting with friends. It's real cool, but I wanted to just get on tonight because a couple things were bothering me after just reading some posts from some people over the weekend, and I couldn't say what I wanted to because I'm on vacation with my family, man. I'm not gonna let stuff bother me. I'm enjoying my kids and my wife. So first, I want to give a Super Mail Day shout out to Tony Aces. If you don't follow him on Twitter, I just put up a sale last week and had a AJ Brown card. Just started chatting with him in the DMs. Never heard from this guy before. And it's like, oh, he collects Sonny Gray. I got this awesome Sonny Gray auto patch. And so he was interested in it. What's up, Garrett? I gotta go through a small mail day, then we're letting it rip. But anyways, he wanted to trade. He knows I like the Broncos, so got the Jerry Jeudy auto out of 49, the KJ Hamler rated rookie, Drew Lock out of 450, the Jerry Jeudy 2020. Really like how these look. The Lock certified and the Jerry Jeudy rated press proof. Then a whole bag full of knick-knack Broncos cards there. I'm going to give a special shout out to Breaks and Bros. That's my dude right there. I don't have his package he sent me, but my forever PC is this card. Like, I get cards made for my family. I know, Garrett, you do yours, but like, how awesome is this an idea to send? Hey, there's my guy right there. This is going directly in my PC, buddy. And you know it. Like, Johnny, this is like the coolest damn thing that anybody has ever sent me. And I'm so appreciative that I have this. So this is a forever PC card. My buddy Justin, where he's at now in the NL City Breaks chat. It's JR Brenzen, I believe that's how to pronounce it. On Twitter, he had a stack sale. I want to give him a mail day shout out. Got the Keenan Allen Heroes, Derrick Henry Honor Roll, Pete Rose, Ken Griffey, Mo Vaughn, Pete Rose, Tino. I really like how this card looks. Got a new camera set up because I got all this stuff all over here. Nick, what up, man? Juan Soto, Arenado, Ichiro, Jeter, AD. Got that green Chase Young. Mike Leake rookie. He threw this one in. What a good looking card right here. Beautiful. Little did he know that Eddie Royal's my wife's favorite Bronco of all time. And there we go. Lance Moore, who's my dude that I've known since the 9th grade and PC of mine. So some 1990s hoops and a Jeter, and then the KJ Hill blue and green prestige. So we got that from him. Want to show off Claire's newest 4 of 5 Winker, the Red Wave. I know I've got a bunch more coming. Should be about 4 off. And then Ryan Finch, I know you guys know him. He's in our group. Sent Claire these 2 Reds packs because she was the winner of the kids giveaway. And they made an awesome video about it. And so Claire said that Lorenzen right there is her favorite. And then there's a red sticker in this one. So I wanted to give him a shout out on here because, it's good people doing good things. And, that's my motto. So that's what we're trying to live by. Here's my check out my cards. That was supposed to come. Check out my cards. There's another thing right now where people are like, oh, they're getting 1 in a day. They're getting 2 in a day. Whatever, man. Everybody's getting 1 in a day right now, 2 in a day right now. You're looking at PSA. You're looking at 8 months. So if you're just trying to sell on a different platform, eBay and Twitter, you can do it yourself. But if you've got, millions of eyes or hundreds of thousands of eyes compared to just thousands of eyes, what are you going to do? Just send your stuff in. Like, what's the big deal? It's going to take a while. Okay, well, your Tyler Hero card that you would have sold for $3 last week, you're now getting $30 for it. So great. Or, maybe your Juan Soto that you had up there went down a little bit. Okay, we'll keep your price up and sell it next year. Your Acunas are going up. Your Bellingers are going up. I mean, I don't know what you're selling on there because I don't use them, but I'd like to. But this is what I got from them. We finally got the green wave because we had the green refractor. Now we've got the green wave for Claire. And Lovato sepia because I'm starting for myself the Von Miller Prism Rainbow. So I got that one and the Votto. Let me see if I can get these separated. Ooh, bought a couple of dupes. Bought a bunch of dupes. So started with the Votto for my wife because she's a big Votto fan. So we've got the chrome, the prism, the refractor, the pink, the base, and the sepia. And then the short print just added in there. Then I started the Von Miller. So we've got the disco, the red wave. Let's see if I get better lighting here. The green wave, the silver. This looks sweet. The orange and blue on the Bronco card looks really good. Good looking card there. Fire starters. I do got a nice fire pit out back. And you know what, Garrett? Claire and I were talking. You'll appreciate this. Got a little stake scene going on. And that's all I'm going to go through because I really want to get into my rant here in a minute. But Claire listens to everything I say, which I'm sure your kid does too. But we were ripping some Don Russ the other day and came across a butt kicker. And she was like, we got to send that to Parker. We got to send that to Parker. So apparently we were going to send it to Parker. Gabe, what's up, buddy? Been on vacation, man. So haven't had many videos, but just doing a quick mail day. Got no idea what's in here. And then I go on a little Twitter rant tonight because I got some stuff that from the last week. Hopefully I remember it all because I didn't write it down, but just some stuff that's on my mind. I know Che and I got into a little bit on our show last week, but not all the way. So let's see what's in here. Oh, we got the Winker. Apparently I got a couple green waves now, so maybe I'll sell one. 2 green waves and a green refractor. Yeah, these are the exact same. But now we got a little group of friends that's starting sales on Monday. So here's something for your rack. We have a surprise rack for Mr. Cooper coming from KW, man. And we'll try his remains in Denver. Nick, honestly, he's got 1 year left on his contract and they're going to pay him a buttload of money. But I've been telling you, man, he's got this chicken farm that he's got in Denver. And the dude, if you've ever followed him or seen him, he just does not care about money. I mean, he's got enough. He just wants to raise his chickens on this farm and just be left alone. He's one of those guys going to buy a big old, cowboy hat, get some boots, probably go smoke that marijuana green. A buttload, actually, Eloy. Buttload is a correct term because it read this the other day, came from ancient Europe. It's like barrels and buttloads and stuff like that was an actual term used to measure liquid, but he's going to go out and smoke that California or Colorado green, hang with his chickens and just ride off into the sunset. I mean, he's got a chance to finally line up with Nick Chubb next year. So I mean, maybe he stays, maybe he goes. I don't know, but I don't think Denver's going to pay him his money next year. He's going to be old and coming off major injury. So we'll see. But we got this group of friends getting together, Integrity Farms. But this group of friends is beginning together on Mondays. Next week's going to be our 3rd week. We're trying to do 2 a day. with the hashtag cardboard connections. And as you can see, my stacks are out of control over here that need to be sold. I'm almost at alloy status with them, but I can't get him as tall as he does because he's got something to lean him against in the back. Mine are going to fall off. But Trevor Bauer coming to Dodgerland. You know what? Today, if you didn't check out one of my retweets, he actually said during the game last night that Cincinnati was the most fun he's ever had playing baseball since UCLA. And if all the money was the same, he would come back to Cincinnati. And even if it's not, like at the moment, they're the front runners. But then he's like, well, the season's not even over. I'm still, a Red for at least another month, and then we'll decide. But, LA is a good logical landing spot for him. He's from LA, played at UCLA, but I think he wants to be the number one dog. And in LA, you got Kershaw and Bueller and Gatterall. You got Dustin May. I mean, Bauer's probably, hopefully, the NL Cy Young this year, but in Cincinnati, he's clear cut the number one. But then, oh my God, the training room reaction videos, bro, that was every single Reds fan out there. Like literally, that's what I was doing while I was watching the game. I had to pick Claire up from my parents' house, and it's like, shit, I'm listening to the game on the radio. Then all of a sudden I get to their house. It's the ninth inning. Like I can't leave. So grandma's cooking dinner with my daughter. My dad and I are watching. That's both of us just there jumping up and down like, Votto, what are you doing, man? Take home. You win this game. They could have beat Miami. I mean, who knows? But anyways, a couple things I want to get into were I know Watch the Breaks had one where he said, oh, by the way, I'm going to get my blue check mark next week because Watch the Breaks finally followed me. So that's like the first step to getting your blue check mark, right? I'm almost at like 2,800 followers. So I'm legit now. I'm a person. People know me. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany. No, I'm just kidding, Anchorman. But so I buy these cards, and I'm having these sales. B-Pats, what's up, my guy? Hope you like those Claire cards we sent out to you. I saw your video the other day. She was super excited to watch that. But so if I buy 5 or 6 cards, or I open a box and I got this tour right here that I got, which I'm gonna wait till he starts playing and sell. I got a pink Elite, pretty nice card. But then I'm a Broncos fan, so right now I'm after a Lock Prism PSA 10. So what makes that different than a flipper than if I go out and buy 10 boxes of Don Russ or 10 boxes of, so say Topps Chrome, because at the time you could sell them, you could flip them pretty good. Or even basketball Chronicles, when they came out, you could flip them pretty good, even though like literally you're not even getting your money back, even if you hit a Zion or Ja. But so I'm gonna buy a $20 box. I'm gonna flip it for $40. Or say I buy a $20 box and I get this, and say I get $40 from it. What's the difference? Is there one? I mean, personally, I've never sold a box that I've got. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, $200 is $200. Like, $20 is $20, but I enjoy ripping. You guys know, probably if you're watching this, that I have my Sunday show with Claire, and we need blasters to open. So that's what we do. We rip cards together in my family. Becky last night, we got home from vacation. Kids went to bed. I mean, if you ever went on vacation with 2 little kids, you know that you just don't sleep like ever. So we ripped a box of Don Russ last night, and she pulled some fire out of there. So, what's the difference if I sold that box of Don Russ for $35 or the cards in them for $35? Like, is that flipping? Is that like, does anybody care? Because honestly, I don't. Like, I don't care what another grown man does with his money. Maybe if you're buying a PC fund, you're buying to thicken your wallet, focus on the bottom line, how much you spend shipping Claire cards, you didn't worry about it. Well, Garrett's got a point. If you're going to fund your PC or you're thickening your wallet, you're only focused on the bottom line. Well, there's some good points to think about that. Honestly, I didn't even think about before. But, for some people, if you're ripping the guy who's standing there to clear out the aisle, if I lost my job and that's how I'm feeding my family, You bet your ass I'm standing there for 8 hours and buying every single box they have if I can make 600 bucks off it. It's a hobby for some people. And I know Che brought up that, Monday mornings you got to force them out on the golf course, spending 4 hours, 150 bucks, having a good time. That's their hobby. So if your hobby is cards and you want to wait 4 hours and spend 150 bucks, like what's the difference? That's what you like to do. Like you enjoy that. So they do that. But I get it that it's taken away from the kids. I know, Garrett, you can't find anything since June. I rarely find anything. My wife gets lucky once in a while, grocery shopping early morning at Meijer. But yeah, you see the disappointment on your kid's face when you walk in there and there's nothing to grab. But I mean, that's just reality, bro. We're going to be disappointed in a lot of stuff in life, supply and demand and all kinds of stuff. But I'm not worried about what someone else is doing with their money. If we have no idea what people are going through. We have no idea people's situations. If they need money to put food on their table, or if they're just wanting to be a jerk and take all the stuff and flip it, or, they're worried about the flip life. Maybe they're 20 years old and need health insurance because they're on Amazon. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't care either, but it's a topic that all you see all day long on Twitter. So I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. And one other thing I want to talk about is Twitter lists, because I made one this week. You see these people like, oh, who your top 5 follows. Everybody, this guy's new to the hobby. Hit him up with some people to follow. And I mean, that's just an absolute impossible thing to do. Like, Eloy, I'm never going to put you on my top 5 people because everybody knows who you are because you're the GOAT. Watch the breaks. He's a guy I interact with probably every single day. I'm never going to put him on there. Dude's got like 15,000 followers. It's the people like Nick and Garrett, or, Kelly, or who was on here, B-Pats, who was on here earlier, Breaks and Bros, people who don't have a lot of followers, or, Justin, Ryan, Tony Aces, people like that are just awesome people who need to know that they're awesome and get them followers and stuff. So if I ever leave you off a list, please don't feel like I don't like you or your feelings are hurt. Because that, honestly, like after I did that, I'm like, shit, man, like who's going to be mad about being left off my list? And I'm like, fuck, man, we're all adults. I probably swore too much and they're going to take this off camera, but it's 12:01. I just got off work, whatever. So, but lists are dumb, and people's feelings get hurt because you got left off a list. Like, I promise you, if you make a list, I'm not going to get mad. And like, Eloy, I know you're not going to get mad. Like I've said, bro, you're one of my favorite people. I support your show every Friday night. I buy from you. I chat with you on, we're in the chat group. You support me with watching my channel and stuff. You can even call my daughter Claire, have silly nicknames for you. You're one of my favorite people, but I'm never going to put you in a list like that because you already know, and people know you and you got your thing down already. But, people who don't, like, I just met Nick not too long ago, and Nick's mama says he's number one. So, mama said alligators got all those teeth and they ain't got no toothbrush, and that's why they're ornery. So, but that's just another thing to go on and on about. And then just one more is and two more. But I need to make this perfectly clear that this has nothing to do with any individual person, because this has happened 4 or 5 or 20 times in the last couple of days. But somebody, my boy, not Nolan Ryan, put a thing up and it said, in search of Mustakis. What up, Jesse? That's my guy right there. Jesse's on my top 5 list. And so he just said his DMs are hit up by 25, 30 people that he's never talked to before, getting your DMs just flooded by people you've never even talked to, with prices. Hey, what up, Chris? With prices that are outrageous. Now, I know I've always said my card, my price, and that's typically how I roll. Like stack sales and stuff, yeah, whatever. I'm probably going to give you a bunch of crap for free. Like Grayson Allen Silver right here. I just gave somebody a free one. This is like $30 last week. It's $3 yesterday, whatever. But My Acuna Jr. I've got up there, I bought it for $40. I want 45 for it. Right now it's going for more than that on eBay, but my opinion is going to go back up. So if you want my Acuna rookie debut PSA 10, it's going to cost you $45. But he said he even offered somebody, they offered him a price, and he offered him like 30% lower than the lowest buy it now on eBay. And they're like, no, dude, I want this. It's like, I can literally go on eBay right now and buy it now, because that's what it means. Buy it now for less than that. Like, nah, man, I don't want it. I need my card. So to me, it's like, if you're up in my DMs with a huge price that I'm not willing to pay and they're going to get mad about it, like, what's really going on here? Like, if you're pushing that card, obviously you want to sell it. It's not like my situation with Acuna where I don't really care if I sell it. I'm just going to hold on to it. But if you're like in someone else's DMs pushing your card for an outrageous price, what are you really doing? I mean, come on now. And I mean, like, I'm not talking about anyone specific here, because that's happened to my DMs a bunch here lately. And I'm cordial. I'm polite. Like, nah, dude, I'm not paying $80 for your $12 card, but thanks anyways. But it just happens. And, people say, it came on today and said, hey, man, I'll tell you right now, Timmy Ahern, he hits me up all the time. Hey, do you have this Jesse Winker? Does Claire have this Jesse Winker? Does Claire have this Jesse Winker? And I go home, I check. We will take every Jesse Winker we can, whether we have it or not. But he's sending me autographs and autographs out of like 50 and stuff, like, $30 cards right now, because Winker is the only Reds player who decided to play this year besides Trevor Bauer. And he's just sending them to her. And other people are hitting you up with, crap cards. Hey, man, $50. Jesse Winker's hitting 300. I'm like, okay, he's hit 300 once in his life. He's the backup left fielder, and he's playing DH in a 60-game season. Like, come on, dude. They're cards for my daughter. Like, she's going to be just as happy with a 30-cent card as a $30 card. Which, by the way, this was a $30 card, the most I've ever spent on the out of 5 Red Wave. But then, people are in my DMs, and it's like, oh, Timmy's just like, hey, great guy. Like, just let me get these cards to your daughter. Then other people are like, hey, I got these autographs, $30 a piece. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not buying your $30 autograph for my daughter. Oh, it'd be the greatest card your daughter ever had. Like, making me feel like a bad dad because I'm not buying my daughter a $30 autograph. She has no idea what it's worth. Like, fuck you. Get out of here. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that, but it really pissed me off when someone like made me feel like a bad dad because I wouldn't pay $30 for a damn Jesse Winker card for my daughter. Just stupid. I know Nick's judging me every way from Wednesday. I'm so mad right now that I don't even remember my last thing I was going to talk about. Oh, now I do, because Nick made the comment. Is helping other people. I will always help other people. I've been in so many racks. I've received so many racks. It's one of my most favorite things to do. And helping other people it's like literally what I do for my life. Like, that's my job, but it's also just who I am as a person. I know every single one of you who's watching this right now, that's who you are as a person too. Because every name I see up there, you have given back to this community as much or probably more than I have. At least half of you have given back more than I have. I mean, Eloy, when we had our heart walk, just here, this is what you need for $1,000. Boom, here's the rest of it. Like, oh my God, that is the greatest thing ever. Like, how cool was that? But what's Gabe saying? I hate to do that when asking stack sales. We've gotten like 490 PSA 10 randomness. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I mean, it's nuts. But when you help people, you got to truly believe in your heart of hearts that they used whatever you gave them, money, cards, whatever, for a good purpose. I've seen cards that I've racked to people that they put up for sale. Okay, well, maybe they didn't like them. Maybe they didn't want them. Maybe they needed $10. Like, I don't know what this person's going through. Maybe we gave somebody $50 and they're out buying cards the next day but they said they needed a new battery in their car. Okay, well, we got them a new battery in their car. Now they're out buying cards again, like whatever. But if you honestly think in your heart of hearts that you helped somebody, that you didn't get duped, then the rest is on them. And I can see how it looks bad when you give somebody, say, we'll just say like a Mike Trout, because I saw someone got a Mike Trout the other day racked to him, and you go and sell that Mike Trout rookie and you get like, I don't know, like $600 because it was raw. And then you just take that and what are you going to do with that $600? You're going to buy more cards? Are you going to fix your car up? Are you going to move out of your house? Are you going to get a dog? Like, are you going to make your life happier? Are you going to be better about it? I mean, like, I don't care. Just why am I helping you? What reason do you need? Here's the reason this person needs help. You know what? That really sucks. I'm in a place where I can help this person. Here, take my stuff, enjoy. After that, I know that I've helped you. And if you're looking bad on the outside and you're looking bad, that's on you. And, you know, if I've put it together, then I feel bad because I put it together and you're making me look like a dick. If Garrett put it together and you're going out and doing stuff that's like, we just gave you this Mike Trout and now you're selling this Mike Trout. We racked it to you and you claim to be a Mike Trout collector. Now you're making Garrett look bad. Like, yeah, Garrett, you're a jerk, man. Screw you, Garrett. And this box of Broncos cards over here that never even came from you. Just a joke. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got a whole box of Broncos cards sitting behind me that Garrett and Parker sent to Claire because they're awesome. And what they do is they make other people's lives better. Like once a week I come home and there's just a box or a bag or something from Garrett, or I'll have a DM with a tracking number like, can't wait for you to open your present. Like he gets more excited that I'm going to have a mail day than his own mail day. And he was super mad today about his Tiger Woods thing. And then all of a sudden they came. And all he's worried about is, hey, bro, I got a rack coming your way. Like, that's the first thing he says to me. And it's like, I can't believe my Tiger Woods cards. He's more worried about other people than himself. Well, that's what I was talking about today. You said one of your first messages, hey, man, I got a rack on the way to you. But you know what, Garrett? Is it a rack if you tell me about it? Because it's not that random. It just got to show up. And by the way, my name's Chris because like 5 people on Twitter this week was like, hey, man, what's your name? Because I got to send you stuff. Like you can call me John Elway. You can call me Chad Kelly. You can call me whatever. But yeah, my name's Chris. Anyways, back to helping people. It's just you got to know that you helped somebody and you did what you thought was right. And if you got duped, which I know I've got duped lots of times, and I try to be more and more careful about it. But you got to know that, hey, you help somebody. This is their situation. You got them through that situation. And what they're doing now. No, my first name is Gold and my last name is actually Member. I'm Gold Member. But I had to put the line in there because it got kind of weird with the whole turning everything into gold thing, Mike Myers or whatever. But if you guys don't know why I'm gold line cards, that's a story for another day. Because you want to call me Von Miller? Hey, call me Von Miller. I love it right here, baby. This one, Von Miller. But those are my rants for tonight. Let's see if I can think of one more before I turn off because this might be my favorite video I've ever done. I had 9 viewers left at 30 minutes. That's probably the most viewers I've ever had. Let's talk about Bowman First Edition. And then, you know what, Garrett, we're going to talk about Sold For app going away because now, I with this awesome trade I did with my guy here, Tony Aces. It wasn't about what the cards were worth, and it made me so happy about it because I don't know, man. The guy, he wanted a Sonny Gray auto patch and an AJ Brown, and I wanted some Jerry Jeudy cards and Drew Locks. And we both said, hey, that looks cool. I'd rather have those cards. He's like, hey, I'd rather have those cards. Let's do it. So we just traded. And yeah, at the time, I probably gave him more money, but he sent me a bunch of extras. It's probably gave me more money, but whatever. Hey, peace, Gabe. Hey, we'll be back Saturday morning for our show this week because we're going Kings Island again Sunday. So Cards and Coffee is going to be Saturday morning this week. So I know you're a big watcher Saturday morning, Gabe. If you can make it, great. If not, check us on the replay. What the hell was I talking about? I don't even know. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, the 130 and the Sold For app. So, we go through our trade or whatever, but a lot of times people are like, oh, eBay comp. So, jumping in your DMs, trying to sell Nick $80 cards, last 5 cards were $90 or something. But, that can all be manipulated by cook groups and stuff. But the actual 130 and the sold for apps are what they're actually sold for. The or best offers, $1,200 or best offer sold for $800 is not a $1,200 card. That is an $800 card. So that really helps screw the collector, the investor, the whoever, because now you don't know the actual sold for price, which sets the market, apparently, is what it's going for on eBay, which, for me, it's how much I want to pay for a card or how much I want to sell my card for. But I'm a rare person. I'm going to check too and go around those. But now it's going to be harder and harder for the collector to actually find, comps and what cards are going for, what cards are worth. We're going to go back to the old school Beckett where you look it up once a month in the price guide, PSA, go on their website and look up what your cards are worth. Back to tied at 1-1 after 5. Well, I had a parlay with the Yankees and the Padres today, so that's not looking good, but 4 for 6 on the weekend was good. Thanks for the updates, Eloy. He knows I'm kidding, but now it's going to be easier and easier for these cook groups to, rack the prices up. All right, for one example, Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum. All right, all their cards about right here, right here, right here. All these dudes buy each other's cards, put the prices way up here. It's Lonzo Ball. Oh, Lonzo's going to be so sweet. He's playing with Zion. He's got Brandon Ingram. They're going to be awesome down there in the Pelicans. It might make the playoffs. And so they push that price up. And now we're not going to be able to figure out who's pushing that price up. Now, all of a sudden, that price is $100 for a Lonzo Ball rookie. They unload all their Lonzos, and you're stuck with them because you just bought it for $100. 2 weeks later, it's down to $20. Now, luckily, you can be a Project 2020. Yeah, exactly, the Gary V effect. But honestly, I think Gary V is a collector, even though he has that effect coincidentally, because it's not really his fault. But he is, in my opinion, a collector, loves collecting. And if you haven't watched his interview with Old Town Cards, that's a really great interview. JB did awesome talking to him about that. But yeah, Gary and Phil Hughes, they have a huge influence on the hobby. You go say, hey, obviously he's like, hey, go buy LeBron, Jason Tatum, Acuna, Soto, like things we all know to do. But who's the lesser known guy? Like right now I'm buying up Trent Grisham's like Nick is. Gavin Lux. I'm trying to unload Aquino's because Aquino sucks. But yeah, Garrett, you collect Tiger. Like nobody wants Jesse Winker, but my kid. And I love that. Like, but all of a sudden, Winker hits 300 and people are trying to sell me Winker cards for $50. Like, okay, he was $3 last week. He'll be $3 again by the off season. So no, but thanks anyways. But yeah, the Gary V Blake debacle was bad. It's just these people with the influence, it's not even really their fault because he's a collector himself. But yeah, if he can buy a bunch and he can pump and dump, and honestly, I don't think he's doing it, but a lot of these other people, they do. And it's going to be easier for them to do it from now on because they can. Like, what's going to be the market? Because they're going to be able to set the market. There's people out there smart enough to set the market. And it's up to the collector to figure that out. Like, I'm never going to pay $100 for a Lonzo rookie. I'm going to pay what I want for a card. Like this card right here, Eloy sold it to me in an auction. It's a GMA Lewis Robert first edition. I wanted this card. He was selling it for a price I was willing to pay. So I bought it. I may or may not be able to sell it again. I don't really care. I was willing to pay the price that he wanted for it. And you know what? He was like, hey, I have it for this price. And if no one wants it, I'm going to put it back over here on my shelf. Because that's how things work. I can sell it for my price. And if you don't want it, I can put it back over here and I can keep it because it's my card. Or like this Volpe. A little different, but it's first edition, first Bowman. What happened to the first edition cards? Why does nobody like them anymore? Because when they came out, weren't they like $20 a pack? I know I sold 10 packs on eBay for like $200. No, that's not right. It must be much more than that. I was like, I got to think about, I don't want to do the math, but I remember making a buttload of money off those because I bought a box, I opened some and I sold some. Wait, am I a flipper now? Wait a minute. Am I a flipper? I sold some packs and made a profit. Does that make me a flipper? Am I the devil? I'm the devil. I'm the worst. But anyways, it's getting late, but I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. Any other topics to rant about? It's been 35 minutes and I still got 80 of you watching. It's pretty awesome. Generally comes down to us and having common sense. It does. I'm the devil. Mama don't like me. Yeah. They were crazy for a minute, but it is capitalism. I mean, I get supply and demand. I have a business degree. I studied finance, and I have a communications degree. That's why I like to say when I sell, friends selling to friends, and engagement, talk to each other. The deal I did with Tony Aces, it was just an AJ Brown. Then all of a sudden we start talking to each other about the Reds playoff games, how much he likes Sonny Gray. I'm like, hey, I got this card. He's like, oh, dude, I'd love to have that. Is that available? Yeah, man. What do you got? Oh, you're a Broncos fan. I got this Jerry Jeudy. And we've talked for like 6 days, and I never even talked to him before. And now communication is key. Communication goes so far, and especially when you're a seller. I've got people that I send cards to that haven't paid, like, hey man, I'm really just like broke right now, but I really want these. But if you stay in constant communication and are like, hey, I'm open, I'm trying my best, and you like, and things are great, like, yeah, you're cool, you're in good standing with me. But if you are in other people's stack sales buying a bunch of crap, if I see you out at the store buying a bunch of cards and then reselling them on here when you owe me $30, yeah, we got a problem. Where's my $30 at? Or I'm going to sell your cards. And you get mad at me for selling your cards when you owed me $30. But then all of a sudden you're in my stack sale, you're in Garrett's stack sale, you're in Nick's stack sale. What do you owe all of us $30? And then all of a sudden you go out and you buy 5 boxes at Walmart. And now you're trying to sell all these crap cards for way too much money because you want a Mike Trout or a Tatis Jr. auto because that's who your son collects. Sorry, but not everybody's son collects Patrick Mahomes. I'm just getting on you there, Garrett, because your kid is one who actually is the collector in your family. But like my kid collects Jesse Winker. I collect Nick Senzel. Like, yeah, I like to collect John Morant. Who doesn't want high-end guys? Or John Elway, Drew Locks. But that's not who I'm going to tell people like, oh, yeah, you want to hook the family up with something? How about some Jesse Winkers? You know how many of the base cards we have? Probably 60. And I will take 60 more every day of the week because I love it. But then you get the people who give us a bad name as parents who want to get our kids cards because, oh, they only want Luca and Jaw, BGS or PSA 9s and 10s. That's what they PC. But like, growing up, I remember I wanted, Dan Marino's and John Elway's and Roger Craig's and Steve Atwater's and Ronnie Lott's. When you're growing up, you want the guys that you see doing good. So, yeah, the kid might PC these guys, but it's nice being a Pirates fan. They're cheap. Well, right now they are, but 10 years ago when they were beating Johnny Cueto in the playoffs, they probably weren't so cheap. That was a fun game. No, it wasn't. But anyways, I get off topic and I lose my mind. So many people are shocked when I give them a total and they're tracking info and know they were delivered. Brought me return sellers. PC Acuna and Tatis because they're young legends, but who doesn't? Yeah, but it's kids are gonna collect the good people like LeBron because you see him on TV and Westbrook and I collected Shaq and Scottie Pippen, and you're gonna collect Mahomes right now, and you're gonna collect Lamar Jackson. But are these the cards that you're really expecting people to send you for free? I mean, maybe give you a break on them, but who's unless they're like base cards, I'll send you free base cards all day long. But if but I want the good cards for my kid, that's great. But I mean, I'll give you a deal on them because I don't really care about him. Mahomes. I mean, Garrett probably does, but Nick with Lewis Robert, that's his guy, and he's the one who told me to keep on my Eloy Jimenez PSA 10 because he's a Sox fan. But those are your guys right there. So why are you selling them? But hey, Jesse, man, vacation was awesome. We went down to Kentucky and Cincinnati area. Got out on some trails, saw some bison in the wild, went to Kings Island, went to the Cincinnati Zoo. My daughter was super stoked to see the baby hippo Fiona. We saw where Harambe died. If you guys remember that big story, the kid fell in the gorilla habitat and they had to shoot and kill Harambe back in 2016. That was sad, but they had a whole like memorial for him. You've been a Braves fan since '95. Yeah, man. Glavine, Smoltz, the Chicks Dig the Long Ball commercial, Tommy Maddox. Like everybody was a Braves fan back in '95. But I've been, Fiona. But we saw them, Chris. I'll send you some pictures here on DM. Claire was so fired up. We had to stay in line for like 15 minutes to see her, but she was great. She was in the water, just chilling and eating. Really, really was awesome. But I don't know. That's all I got. I'm rolling off 40 minutes. Anybody else have something they want to rant about? Maybe I can think of something else here. How about COVID and fantasy football? Like last week, okay, so I saw one of the Baker Mayfield guys tweets on Twitter. Can't remember if it was Steven Schmidt or the I Still Collect Baker Mayfield, but he's like, hey, Chiefs aren't playing. Let me take out Mahomes and Kelsey and somebody else. I'm going to put in Chubb and Baker, OBJ and Landry or something. He's like, oh, wait, Chiefs are playing. Let me take these guys back out and put them back in. If he would have left his Browns in, he would have won because Browns scored 49 points on Dallas and Chiefs had an off game. But it's like, okay, who's playing 1 week? Who's not? Like, did anybody know Devontae Adams wasn't playing until it was too late and your team was locked? Because I found out after my team was locked, but he's not on my squad. I don't care. But with injuries this year, I mean, you had 11 days to prepare. Now, how many people are out? You got Saquon, you got McCaffrey. I know my Broncos are missing the 5 starters. DeAndre Swift was hurt for a while. I know that's Eloy's guy. But with the injuries this year and then people being out for COVID, like Cam Newton went down. I mean, he had to miss a game for the COVID. And then the Titans had to miss a whole game. They had to move other people. So what's going to happen if they start canceling games? Because then they're going to have to either move the season back or different bye weeks or actually cancel games. I mean, like NCAA, Notre Dame's already canceled one, then had a bye week. Now has Florida State because Catholics are really dumb. Growing up a Catholic, I probably shouldn't have said that, but like you're going to have team meals where you all sit next to each other in a global pandemic, and then one guy's sick and gives it to your whole team, and then your one, president of the university goes to Trump's rally. Oh, Trump's got COVID. This guy's got COVID. Our whole entire government has COVID. Like, what the hell? Now Florida State's got to come in and, going to have their third string quarterback going versus the Irish. So hopefully they can win this weekend. Yeah, like Gary said, COVID lines, like, are we going to start jumping on everything on Tuesday mornings because it went from 6.5 to 11? Sounds pretty good to me. I mean, you won on both, luckily, but say had that been an 8-point game or, that fumble went a different way, then the guy called the sack and it went a fumble, Patriots score, and, it's an 8-point game. You win one of the two because of the COVID. So, I mean, I don't gamble, but as someone who follows gambling and used to write fantasy football articles, which is directly related with daily fantasy and stuff. Do you jump on that Tuesday line and see if it's going to move as it gets closer? I know with baseball, like the Broncos line, week 1, started off at Denver -3 and it ended at Denver +1.5, and they lost again in the last 2 minutes because that's what they do. But that wasn't even COVID related; just a couple of injuries. But Vegas, COVID, baseball. I don't know. Anybody watching the game? Give me a score. But I think I'm about done here. It's 12:27 at night. Been on here for 43 minutes. Got a nice rant going on. Finally got a good beard growing back in. And that's all I got for tonight. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you hearing me out. I feel a lot better now. Got all my rants out that I wanted to talk about. It's just, what? If you follow Dub Mentality, he had an awesome video today about collecting in the hobby. Some people collect certain teams. Some people collect certain players. Other people collect vintage cards. Some people collect only this year's cards. Some people collect Pokemon. Other people don't even collect football, and it's comic books. Like, who cares, man? You collect what you want to, enjoy what you want to. Eloy's a hoarder, so it's cool. Just send all your stuff to me, and we can make a partnership, and or maybe I'll send you all my stuff, and you can sell all my stuff, and we can do fire sale Friday, Saturdays together. Who knows? We can do something fun. I got way too much stuff that I just want to send to DMN Takeover and have them sell my stuff for me, or get someone else on consignment. But I got to get rid of this. But hey, thanks guys for watching. I like to ramble on, but I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Again, coffee and cards with Chris, apple juice with Claire. It's going to be Saturday morning this week. So please tune in, and have a good night, everybody. Peace. Gold line, we out.